You know, I'm Challenger, I have no life, and I'm Asian, so I probably can get rank 1. Hey guys, so before we start this video, I just want to say that we hit 400,000 subs thanks to you guys, and I'm growing really fast because of this series, so thank you guys for watching my videos. I wouldn't be here for 400,000 subs, I guess, are these t-shirts. Well, they've been there for a while, but I never really officially said it, so I guess now might be a good time. I don't know, doesn't really matter, but let's start the video now. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we were at 587 LP, which was rank 85. But heading straight into the next game, we'll be playing Rexi. So in this game, she tries to ult away, but I immediately see this and I flash on her, so she can't get away. But I think if I kept going up to her, I may have just knocked her up without having to use my flash. But I didn't know if I would get bumped away or how the interaction would work. So, you know, better safe than sorry, and I just flashed up into her. I also kept camping her because it's Talia top. I mean, easy ass ganks, right? And right here, I should have took the tunnel that you see right there, but I think I tunnel visioned. And I also didn't realize this was a 2v3, so I do get caught out. And now I'm doing the race, but I also see a lot of action, so I say, you know, fuck these race, I gotta help my team. And I see that Nidalee is coming in, and I actually want to flash right here because I feel like she would die if the enemy kept attacking her and I didn't CC the Zir. Was the flash necessary? I think it was. And we do get a double kill. Of course, I could have tunneled, but better safe than sorry. So again, I'm trying to gank the top lane, and there is a ward right there, but the thing is, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to scare her off. I want to make her interested in defending that ward, and as you can see, she gets caught out. You know, these are the master plan ganks, I feel. And since we didn't really take too much damage in that gank, we actually want to camp her again. Although it's taking a while, and I feel like she's not coming, but then I actually see her. I'm like, oh, hello, and she actually jukes me with the proto belt, and I was like, what the fuck, she has proto belt? But it doesn't really matter. Nidalee gets a nice spear on her. So yeah, these back-to-back ganks are really good for snowballing your top laner. And you know, I was actually skeptical of Nidalee top lane. I wasn't sure if she was going Triforce or AP, but Nidalee top lane, I actually asked her if she wanted jungle. She said, nah, I'll be taking the top lane. But it did kind of work out, although she would be super useless if she didn't get a lead in the lane. Now here's a skirmish where my Cassiopeia is getting caught up, but she gets a really nice ultimate, and I immediately have to go on to Zir because he has the most damage. And now I chase the Bard, but he actually flashed away, which was a little unnecessary. I mean, I didn't really have anything up, but I guess, you know, safety first. Now you can see the Talia in the top lane was a little interested in taking out my tunnels, so I say, hey, come back here and I kill her. Now I'm extremely tanky, I'm extremely fed, and I'm also stacking MR because their whole team has magic damage, and the only one who does physical damage is their Jhin, but he's also building armor penetration, and I don't really have any armor, so that's a little problem. But yeah, right here, I thought I was really tanky. I thought I could go in the jungle and kind of do whatever I want, but obviously that is wrong. So right here, we kind of want to contest the dragon because, well, actually it's a 3v4, but the only reason I felt like we could do it was because I'm really tanky, and I actually felt like we could maybe try getting a pick or something, but analyzing the team fight again, we probably don't want to go in. But the thing is, the enemy team, they all kind of exited to the right, so what we're thinking is, hey, we should do the Baron. We have Cassiopeia, we have Lucian, we have Nidalee, I guess, so we have a lot of damage to take it down. And I don't miss a smite this time. And now since we're still a little healthy, we can definitely team fight this, but Nidalee goes a little too ham, and I'm being kited, nor do I want to go in. So since it's a 3v4, I'm kind of skeptical about this and be like, you know what, let's just take the win and let's take the Baron. But right after I want to clear the top lane to get it pushing, actually I took it just because I wanted some money, and right here, I'm trying to get this Bard interested in me, you know, being a little cocky fuck and, you know, I can't die kind of thing. But little did they know, there's a Cassiopeia waiting in this bush, and I'm just trying to bait them so hard that she gets a really nice ultimate onto the Talia. Like, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have done that if she wasn't there. I'm sometimes a little cocky, but that kind of cocky is like wasting time that could be spent somewhere else. This time, however, it was just a bait. Now our team, when it comes to sieging, is very hard to do against an Azir, a Talia, a Jhin, you know, these hard pokey champions. Like, I guess I can initiate on them and do a little dive, which I feel like I probably should have done, as our team is very frontline-ish. And then my team is Evelyn, but to be honest, I'm more of a passive player. I like just going for the objectives instead of going for the risky, aggressive dive. But right here, I felt like I could have done a dive under the tower since it was a 4v5 at the start for them. Fortunately, I guess you can say this team fight went well for us, but I definitely think I should have flashed and engaged on someone. I'm just not used to those kind of situations where we dive under a tower. I'd say I'm more autopilot to just taking down objectives. So this is something I have to work on and just analyzing certain situations. Now all we're doing right here is trying to do a little Baron bait, and we also want to get a catch on someone because, well, the enemy team is all squishy, so if we catch one person, they're probably gonna die. And then my team starts doing it, which I don't like it, because Eve actually has more burst and can probably smite steal from me. Like maybe she also has flash up, but we're just doing it and trying to burst it down, I guess. And that's what we do. I guess Evelyn didn't have flash, so we do take it down. And now it's a good time to turn on to the enemy, since it looks like Cassiopeia is ready to fight. So I'm the front line. I'm not really dying yet. But yeah, I actually told my team to build all magic resist, and this Lucian actually has a Maw of Malmortius, but he somehow still dies to Talia. I'm like, holy shit, did she actually do that much damage? And now we're trying to siege, but Nidalee does get caught, so the enemy wants to fight this 4v5. I'm like, oh shit, this is kind of scary. Cassiopeia gets a really nice ultimate onto the Talia, so she insta dies, and now I'm just trying to peel for Lucian and basically whoever my backline wants to focus, and you know, that's what the tank is supposed to do. Because to be honest, if you're bronze or silver and you know you want to dive the AD carry, unless you're a bruiser who has a lot of damage, you probably won't 1v1 them, and they also have a backline to protect them. But shit, that flash on Jhin probably should have done a little sooner, because I was just thinking about the miasma coming from Cassiopeia's W, and right here I just want to do the Elder Dragon. Cassiopeia and Lucian can heal off the Elder Dragon while I tank, but Cassiopeia is trying to do a little catch here, which is pretty unnecessary, and I'm actually pretty stressed out right now, because I feel like it was such a free dragon, but now we have to back away, and my team is kind of getting picked off while we're also trading 1-for-1, which is not worth because we actually have a big lead, so we're just kind of stalling out the game, and plus Nidalee is falling off, Lucian falls off harder than Jhin. And this team fight is a little, it's a little feisty, and it's kind of going to be a delayed 4v4 for both teams, but they all eventually arrive. And I actually want to dip here because it doesn't really look like a good team fight for me, so I just don't want to fight right now. But Lucian was definitely on another page, so he trades 1-for-1 with Jhin, and now I'm just trying to peel for Cassiopeia, trying to kill this Azir, but it looks like she's just being focused really hard on and dies, and then I'm actually eventually next. So I'm getting pretty frustrated at this game, because I felt like this should be an easy game. We had such a good lead, I don't know what happened. Well, I kind of do, but I don't know what I could have done better. And now this fight is pretty impressive because we were fighting them while they had Elder Dragon. A little later we recuperate and we get a pick onto the Talia, and then we get the Baron, and then we siege, but our team is just getting kited so hard and poked down that we're just having a rough time trying to kill all these people. And yeah, the team fight is going really badly for us. We can't really do much. I maybe could have flashed on someone and, you know, maybe combo with a Cassiopeia ultimate or something, but right now I don't want to lose this Guardian Angel. So I kind of want to back away and just take the loss and preserve my Guardian Angel for the next team fight. Later on we do get the Spirited Elder Lizard, but our Lucian does get picked off, and now we have to back out. So what I'm thinking in the scenario of sieging is I just have to poke him with my Q to, you know, proc the true damage, but it's just my team kind of getting picked off left and right, and it's kind of getting frustrating that, you know, this game shouldn't be this hard, but we're setting up for some weird Baron prep, and right here Cassiopeia goes for a little flank onto the enemy team in this bush, and she's getting a lot of work done, and I'm like, oh shit, this could be the play of the match, and we do get a really nice team fight onto the enemy team. Also Azir wasn't there, but good work to Cassiopeia, although I feel like that game should have ended quicker and shouldn't have been so frustrating, but I'm happy that we won. The next game will be a Rexi game, but I'm going to sum it up quickly so we get onto, you know, other champions. So basically my plan is to camp this Jhin top lane because it's a Jhin top lane, kind of like Talia top lane. And then we get a really nice team fight, so right after the team fight we do the Baron, but we didn't get much out of it, and now the enemy team is so annoying because they have like TF to backdoor and all these split pushers, and it's really annoying, but we finally catch some of them off guard, and we do get a pick on Twisted Fate while some damage on the enemy team. And then we finally get Elder Dragon, and then we go to the Baron and we get that. And now I think you guys know where this leads, and with that we're at 628 LP. Now, in the next game, I'll be playing Graves, you know, a champion who I didn't really like because I hated the crit build and I didn't like auto-attacking people. I like just pressing Q and R and everybody dying, but when Death's Dance and Phantom Dancer was the best build on Graves, I was like, I don't like this champion anymore. But I've seen some people actually do armor penetration Graves and it's actually still pretty good, and that's why I've been playing him a lot more recently. And I'll also be taking Ghost again because, I don't know, I just like it on Graves. Remember my video about Ghost being the new meta? Well, you know what? Fuck the meta. I hate Flash. I hate making those flashy plays. I'd rather make calculated decisions instead of, being a mechanical god. Actually, maybe I do want to make flashy plays, but League of Legends isn't about mechanics, it's all about, decision making. Although, everyone is used to Ghost, although, everyone is used to using Flash, but Ghost, once you get used to using it, it's actually a really fun summoner, cause it is up often, and you just chase people down, or run away. Alright, so we're gonna wrap up this game. You probably don't really notice since the score is really close, but we're pretty far ahead in terms of objectives. And all we're kind of doing is trying to siege the enemy, make some picks here and now, and team fight whatever we can team fight. In this team fight, it was just a matter of kiting the jacks and killing whoever was in front of us. And now fast forward in time a little bit, this Ezreal to me is a free kill because I have a lot of movement speed, so I can definitely chase him down and kill him. What I don't realize is there's a bunch of people here, but I see my team is backing me up, so I do want to go in onto this Nidalee. I thought I could just finish her off with a quick draw reload, but apparently slows affect Graves' dash. And I'm pretty sad that she did not die from my ultimate. Later on, my team gets a pick onto the Jax, and that's actually enough for us to get the Baron. Now pause for a second. Do you think we should do the Baron? Yes or no? The answer is yes. You can see everyone instinctively knows that they should go towards the Baron. No one even pinged, well, Altec did after, but we were already heading there. And why is this a good Baron? Because we have a lot of damage, we have a lot of tankiness, and we're just super strong right now. So when 5 people come to Baron with you, it's a good call. If people don't follow, then it's a bad call. Now this Baron went down way quicker than I thought due to the Mountain Dragon, and to be honest, I would have done a Baron bait because it's safer, while doing the Baron is a little bit more riskier. Anyways, this game was kind of easy because most of our lanes actually won and our team had a really big lead. So yeah, this game was fun. Not much to really say about what happened, except maybe a few team fights that we kind of threw, but we just recuperated and grew. And this brings us to 648 LP. Now this will be our last game, and it'll be another Graves game, again with Ghost. So honestly, it's up to you if you want to take Ghost and Graves. I prefer Ghost, but you guys might prefer Flash. I think it's preference. But we'll be facing NV Proxen, who I think is a really good jungler, and he's like 900 LP, but he's also playing in the top lane, so he's in an off role. And my plan this game is to camp for Fallen Bandit, because he's a good top laner. Now right here, you can see I'm pushing the lane, but he wanted me to back, and he wanted me to back because he was actually going to freeze a lane, and the lane was pushing on him. But what was going through my head was NV Proxen used his teleport so we can just bounce the wave, but I didn't realize that there was a freeze going on, and I actually fucked up. And now right here, since we knew where Gragas was going, we set up a little catch for him, and thankfully you can't flash out of Cassiopeia's W. Now right here, I do want to camp for the top lane because, well, he ain't got no flash, plus this will be an easy gank, but if he did have flash, this would be a shitty gank. Since he could flash my Q and my R, and I might die from a counter gank or something, but since he doesn't have flash, we can instantly kill him. Now I see a lot of things are happening in the mid lane, and Cassiopeia gets a really nice ultimate, and I'm like, ooh. She also got a lot of people low, so I'm like, ooh, there's so much free kills. But I think my targeting was a little kind of weird. I feel like I could have killed the Karma here, and then maybe could have got a double kill onto the enemy team, but the only thing I get is a Gragas ramming into me and an ultimate to his face. Now I see the enemy team is overextending for the Soraka, and I see some aggressiveness, so I come down to roam, and right here I see a ward, but do you want to attack the ward and back off, or do you think you can get a kill? The answer is you can probably get a kill. So I'm trying to slow them with the red buff and catch up, and once I see Gragas I use my ultimate because I'm a bit scared, but I realize I can get a kill on Karma, so I go for her. Now my team sees the enemy is trying to push down the mid lane, so we want to collapse on them, and since we're stronger, 5v5, we can definitely win this. Although the equalizer kind of slowed me, I'm a little late to this team fight, but we do catch Karma, and right here, I predict Gragas will flash right, so I angle my ultimate to the right a bit, but honestly what I just said was a lie, and I was just lucky enough my ultimate made contact with him. And if it wasn't for the armor penetration in my build, he probably wouldn't have died. Anyways, I feel like I can kill this Sivir because my E is coming up off cooldown again very soon, but I take a lot of damage, and now I have to use my ultimate to try and knock me back and get out. And I almost kill his Vladimir because he's silenced right now, but I get ulted by Gragas and die, and I was actually like, fuck, I could have outplayed them or something. But looking at it now, I don't think I could have done much. Anyways, a little team fight happens, and we're all really low. Caitlyn does die, but we all live, and we do get a tower in the top lane. And now this Soraka just goes off on me for telling him to go B, because I was worried he'd die from some like ultimate or something. And I did take Jungle and Champion Select, but that's because some people were telling me to go Jungle, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then he proceeds to say, like, I know you're trying to get rank 1, but you don't have to be so toxic, and I'm just trolling the shit out of him. But then I realized he's actually being serious about this, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is he getting so mad at me? And he says later, it's condescending and egotistical to say go back. And from his perspective, I can see that being a little egotistical and condescending, because it sounds like I'm just saying, Sora, go back, and being all passive aggressive. But the thing is, I'm not a passive aggressive person. I'm a very blunt person, so when I say something like this, I actually mean go B without any in-depth thought behind the words I say. But I guess he took it the wrong way. Like, all I'm trying to do is order my teammates so they don't make any mistakes. And right here, I just say, you know what, fuck this. I can't get through with this guy, and this argument is really pointless. So I just stopped talking and concentrated on the game. Also, my teammates wanted me to go jungle, so, you know, I was like, okay, whatever. And it seemed like he was kind of cool with it, but is it really my fault if my teammates wanted me to jungle and, you know, told me I could? Like, passive aggressive in this community is such a fucking joke. Like, people get triggered off little words that honestly have no in-depth meaning behind them, and you know, I'm not a little bitch to say what I really want to say. Like, if I thought this Soraka was really bad, I'd say more than Sora go B. I'd say something like, Soraka go back, you fucking idiot. You're so fucking bad at this game. But did I? No, because that's not what's going through my mind. What's going on in my mind is I want the B because I don't want him to die. And I didn't really want his healings because I was going back. So yeah, look what the passive aggressive community did to this guy. He thinks, you know, there's deeper meaning in things and people are just condescending and being assholes. When in reality, there's people who say things that actually put very little thought into their words and mean literally what they're saying. I mean, except when I say my dad is Mark Mao. I mean, that's obviously fucking trolling, but yo, people gotta stop being passive aggressive. Honestly, I'd rather have someone call me a fucking bitch ass bitch instead of why ... question mark, or I don't really know what passive aggressive people say because I don't really think like that, but you know the type of people I'm talking about. And honestly, being passive aggressive is just a hidden way of flaming people and not getting banned. But also, don't be toxic in game, you know, you don't have to do that. But anyways, that was my rant of, you know, passive aggressive people, and now we're at 666 LP. Wait, what? Huh. Maybe I am an asshole, and maybe I'm going to hell. Oh well, but 666 LP gives us rank 60. But on the next episode of Dragon Balls in My Mouth, we'll be facing PewDiePie again, and I'll be on Grays. So be sure to look out for next episode, and if you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.